Hello students, I hope all are fine and are doing your studies properly. Do your homeworks on time and submit it on the day itself. I hope you were clear with the previous topic. So let's start today with a new topic, properties of genetic material. So let's study in detail about properties of genetic material. So the very important topic. So it should be present in every cell. It must contain all the biologically useful information in a stable form. Then it should be able to store information in the coded form for the control of biological functions of the cells and also to express its information. DNA structure compared to RNA structure. This is very important for basic knowledge. So the DNA structure first, the sugar deoxyribose and the RNA ribose, and the DNA bases, that is nitrogenous bases, adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine, and the RNA bases adenine, guanine, uracil, cytosine. So the difference of uracil only present in RNA and the strands. So DNA is a double stranded with base pairing and the RNA is single stranded. And the next one, helix. So the DNA is a helix model. Yes. Then RNA, no helix. Properties of genetic material. So the important points: first, self-replicate, stability, information storage, variation through mutation. So first, the experiment Hershey and Chase clearly indicate the DNA that acts as genetic material. Some viruses like tobacco mosaic virus and bacteriophage RNA act as genetic material. So the first point, the self-replication, it able to replicate. So the rule for base pairing and complementarily both nucleic acid, DNA and RNA have ability to direct duplications. So the protein fail to fulfill this criteria. So the second, stability. So the should be stable structurally and chemically. So the genetic material stable enough not to change with the different stages of life cycle, age, or with change in physiology of the organism. So the RNA is also known as catalytic and reactive. And the information storage, it should be able to express itself in form of Mendelian characters. The RNA can directly code for protein synthesis and can easily express the characters. The DNA depends on RNA for synthesis of protein. So both DNA and RNA can act as genetic material. But DNA being more stable stores in genetic information and RNA transfer the genetic information. So the variation through mutation, it should be able to mutate. So both DNA and RNA are able to mutate. RNA being unstable, mutate at a faster rate. The viruses having RNA genome with a shorter lifespan mutate and evolve faster. So the discussion indicates that both RNA and DNA can function genetic material. So the DNA is more stable and preferred the storage of genetic information. Packaging of DNA helix. This is important for packaging of DNA helix. The distance between two consecutive base pairs of 0.34 nanometer of the double helix in typical mammalian cell. So the total number of base pairs multiplied with the distance between consecutive base pairs, the length of DNA double helix approximately 2.2 meter. So the important points, the chromosomes or carries, the genes are responsible for various characters from generation to generation. And the D.U. Pro 1965 proposed the single stranded model and the long coiled molecule associated with the histone protein in eukaryotes. Plants and animals have more DNA and bacteria must fold this DNA to fit into the cell nucleus. And prokaryote, E. coli, and do not have defined nucleus. DNA is not scattered throughout the cell. DNA is held with some proteins and in region called nucleoid. So the DNA is a nucleoid organized into large loops held protein. And the DNA of prokaryote, the circular and lax chromatin organization, hence the termed genophore. And what is nucleosomes? The chromatin series is repeating unit is called nucleosomes. And what is called histone atomeres? Two molecules of 4 histone proteins, that is H2A, H2B, H3 and H4 are organized from the unit 8 molecules called histone atomere. And what is called nucleosome? The negative charge of DNA wrapped around the positive charged histone atomere and form a structure called nucleosome. And the typical nucleosome contains 200 base pairs of DNA helix, and the histone atomeres are close contact with DNA coiled on outside of nucleosome. So the another important points, beads on a string. So the atomeres and 2 turns are sealed off by the H1 molecule. So the chromatin lacking H1 has a beads on a string. So the appearance in which DNA enters and leaves the nucleosome random places. So what is the solenoid? So the 3 nanometer fiber arises from the folding of nucleosome chains into solenoid structure. So the 6 nucleosomes per turn. Next, the euchromatin is transcriptionally active and heterochromatin is transcriptionally inactive. Look at the picture carefully. This is important for the packaging of DNA helix. So the important points for the condensation of DNA. So the first, the A, look at the picture carefully. So the A, DNA, and the B, nucleosomes and histones, and the C, chromatin fiber, and D, coiled chromatin, and the E, coiled coil, and the F, metaphase chromatin. So the order of packing. So first, the important point for order of packing. There are various order of packing. So first, the order of packing, nucleosome. Second, order of packing, solenoid fiber. And third, order of packing, chromatid. And fourth, the packing chromosome. This is important for the packing of DNA helix. And the DNA is only components of chromosome which act as a heredity material. And most important, the DNA supercoiling. And the DNA contains to the complex structure with histone and non-histone protein. And the DNA wrapped around core histone molecule and non-histone are somehow associated with that complex. And the role, the condensin helps in condensation of DNA metaphases when DNA enters the metaphase. So the solenoid fiber, the coiling beads helical structure, that is called 30 nanometer fiber found in interphase, the chromatin mitotic chromosome, and the interphase chromosome have a 300 nanometer coiled metaphase and chromosome have diameter in 700 nanometer. And the second, the H2A, H2B, H4, H3, these are all in the histone atomeres. DNA replication, it is another important one. So the replication of DNA, the place during the S phase of the cell cycle. And the replication, DNA molecule gives rise to 2 DNA strands identical to each other cell of the parent strand. So the 3 hypotheses of DNA replication. The first, the conservative replication, and dispersive replication, and semi-conservative replication. So this is important points. Next, the conservative replication. The original double helix serves as a template. and the molecule preserved intact and entirely now double stranded molecule is synthesized. So the dispersive replication, original molecule broken into fragments, and each fragment serves the template or synthesis of complementary fragments. Finally, two new molecules are formed. So both old and new fragments. So the semi-conservative replication, it is proposed by Watts and Crick in 1953. This mechanism of replication is very important for DNA model. So the polynucleotide strands of DNA molecule unwind and start separating at one end. So the process, covalent hydrogen bonds are broken. So separated single strand and act as template of synthesis in new strand, and each daughter double helix carries the phenyl nucleotide strand from parent molecule, act as a template, and other strand newly synthesized to the complementary to parent strand. Look at the picture carefully. This is DNA replication. So the original DNA occurs. So the next, the logging strand and the leading strand, and the DNA polymerase and helicase, these are all enzymes. DNA polymerase and helicase is a enzymes. This is a replication fork and the original DNA. Next, the leading strand. One RNA primer is made at the origin, and the DNA pole 3 attaches nucleotides 5' to 3' direction as slides towards the opening the replication fork. And the logging strand, the synthesis also 5' to 3' direction. So the many RNA primers are required, and DNA pole 3 uses our RNA primers to synthesize small DNA fragments. So 1000 to 2000 nucleotide each. So these are termed Okazaki fragments after their discoveries. So look at the picture carefully. This is important one. So the chromosomes, and next to the free nucleotides. So the DNA polymerase and DNA polymerase and helicase. These are all enzymes, and leading strand and logging strands. So the leading strand is one RNA primer is made at the origin, and the DNA pole 3 attaches nucleotides in 5' to 3' direction as the slides toward the opening of the replication fork, and the logging strand synthesis is also 5' to 3' direction, the occurs away from replication fork. So the many RNA primers are required, and DNA 3 uses the RNA primer synthesize the small DNA fragments, that is 1000 to 2000 nucleotides each. These termed Okazaki fragments after their discoveries. Experimental proof of DNA replication. So the important one, the mode of DNA replication determined in 1958 by Messelson and Stroh. This experiment semi-conservative, conservative and dispersive replications. So in their experiment, the two cultures, E. coli for many generations in separate media. So the heavy culture was grown in medium, the nitrogen source, and the heavy isotope nitrogen 15, and the light culture was grown medium, the nitrogen source contained in isotope nitrogen 14. So many generation. So the end of growth, they observed that bacterial DNA heavy culture contain N15 and in the light culture N14. So the heavy DNA could be the light DNA N15, and the technique is called cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation. So the process, heavy and light DNA extracted from cells, two cultures settled into two distinct separate bonds of hybrid DNA. So the heavy culture N15 and transferred into medium had only sodium chloride and took samples for various and time intervals. That is the first, the 20 minutes duration after the first replication. So the extracted DNA subjected it density gradient centrifugation. The DNA settled into the intermediate position, so the previously determined heavy and light bonds. So the second replication 40 minutes duration. So again extracted DNA samples and time found the DNA settled into two bonds. So the light bond position and one intermediate position. So the result confirm Watson and Crick's semi-conservative replication hypothesis. So this is important for Michelson and Stoll experiment to support semi-conservative mode of DNA replication. So the first, the Michelson-Stoll experiment, origin of two strands each daughter genomes, and the cells were grown in medium containing only N15 isotope until all their DNA become fully N15 labeled. So the cells were switched to N14 medium and allowed to divide once. So the CSCL density gradient centrifugation was used to determine the mass of genomic DNA. So the before and after each round of replication. So the heavy N15 that is original parent molecule, and the hybrid DNA N15 and N14 the first generation daughter molecules, and the light DNA N14 hybrid DNA, so the second generation daughter molecules. So enzymes and mechanism of replication, some importance of enzymes. So the Kornberg enzyme, what is enzyme? So the replication process, the required for three type of DNA polymerases, the DNA polymerase 1, 2 and 3. DNA polymerase 3 is main enzyme involved in DNA replication, and DNA polymerase 1 is Kornberg enzyme. Which enzyme? The DNA polymerase 1 is Kornberg enzyme, and the origin of replication, that is the initiation site, is called origin of replication. And the next one, the leading strand, the replication is continuous, that is called leading strand. The replication is discontinuous, that is called logging strand. And another one, the Ogasawski fragments, the discontinuous synthesized fragments of lagging strand is called Ogasawski fragments, or joined by the enzyme the ligase. So the another enzymes are important for the DNA helix, the enzymes responsible for unwinding the double helix, and the DNA gyrase, an enzyme that release the any form of tension that produce after the DNA double helix unwound. And another one, the RNA primer composed of multiple bases of attached the template strand to initiate the DNA replication. And the primase, the built RNA primers, the origin of replication site, and DNA polymerase 3 creates complementary strands of DNA replication. So the another one, DNA polymerase 1, so the removes RNA primers and replaces. So DNA polymerase 1 used for the remove DNA primase and replaces, and Ogasawski fragments, short fragments, and the DNA ligases, join DNA fragments. This is important for this. Look at the picture carefully. This is mechanism of replication showing a replication fork. So the enzymes are involved in the mechanism of replication. So the DNA polymerase, DNA ligase, and the DNA polymerases, the removed RNA primers and replaces them with the appropriate DNA nucleotides. And Ogasawski fragments, short fragments of DNA mode of lagging strand during the DNA replication. And the another one, the DNA polymerase. DNA polymerase, the 3 is create complementary strands. And the next one, the DNA ligase, the enzyme that join DNA fragments. So Ogasawski fragments, short fragments. transcription. So the Francis Crick proposed the central dogma of protein synthesis. This is molecular biology. So the important for the process of copying genetic information from one strand of DNA into RNA is termed transcription. So what is called transcription? The process of copying genetic information one strand of DNA into RNA is termed transcription. So the process takes place the presence of DNA dependent RNA polymerase. Some retroviruses that contain RNA as the genetic material. So the example of HIV. So another information. So the RNA synthesizes the DNA by reverse transcription. So the transcript into mRNA by transcription. So the protein by translation. So for cell operate, genes must be expressed. So the important point, cell to operate the gene expressed means the gene product protein or RNA molecule must be made. So the RNA carries genetic information encoding a protein from genes into a cell, that is messenger RNA. So the gene transcript the DNA in double helix must be the temporarily and RNA synthesized by RNA polymerase. The enzyme bind DNA that start gene open double helix. Finally the RNA molecule synthesized. The nucleotide sequence RNA is complementary to the DNA template strand. That is, the both strand DNA are not copied during the transcription for two reasons. So the both strand act as template and would code RNA with different sequences and turn the protein with a different amino acid sequence, and the result the segment of DNA coding for two different proteins. That is, the complicate genetic information, the machinery, and the two RNA molecules present. So the two important nodes for the RNA molecules and the genetic information transfer, that is DNA. So the important nodes. So this picture is the transcription. So the transcriptional unit DNA defined by three regions. So the first, the promoter and structural gene and the terminator. So the protein synthesis finally. So the first promoter region and the second structural gene and the third one terminator. So the first the genetic information and the second for transcription. So the first, the copying genetic information from one strand of DNA into RNA is termed transcription. Transcriptional unit on gene. So the very important. So the important region for transcriptional unit in DNA defined in three regions. That is promoter, structural gene and terminator. What are they? Promoter, structural gene and terminator. So first the Tata box. So the Tata box, in eukaryotes the promoter has AT. AT means adenine thymine rich region is called Tata box, and template strand. The 3' and 5' act as a template, that is called template strand, and the other strand which has the polarity 5' to 3', the sequence same RNA except thymine instead of uracil. So and is displaced during transcription. This strand is called coding strand. And another one, the structural gene may be monocistronic or polycistronic. Now once again repeat all the topic. So the properties of genetic material, you recall the parts: self-replication, stability, information storage, and variation through mutation, a sudden change of that called mutate. DNA and RNA able mutate. And the another one, packaging of DNA helix, and what is genophore and nucleosomes, actomere, and the DNA replications, they important for the cell cycle. DNA replication, it is important for cell cycles. And the another one, the experimental proof of DNA replication. So the two generation formed the time taking the 20 minutes and another one is 40 minutes time taken. So the replication process and the light heavy and hybrid light hybrid, that method is the Michelson and Stahl experiment. And the another one, enzyme and mechanism of replication. So the which enzymes are involved in the replication site. So the Kornberg enzymes and the lagging strand, Ogasaki fragments, leading strands, and some ligase, DNA polymerase and DNA polymerase 1, 2 and 3. These are all important for the enzymes and mechanism of replications. And the another one, the mechanism replication fork site. This picture is your book page number 67. And another one, transcription. So the DNA, RNA, protein. So the important role for DNA, RNA and finally produces protein. So the finally transcription unit and gene. So important points for promoter and the Tata box and the template stand, coding stand, monocistronic. This is finally you learn. So now the time homework, make 4 detailed question answer. Okay students.